What's up, baby?
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Yo,
What you want to tell Joe Byron right now?
Hey, yo.
What's up,
What's
baby?
up, baby?
Take me out to dinner.
Thinking his fans.
Hey, that's you, John.
Nah, that shit had me dead because like the more I watch it, I'm like, yo, this nigga really like dusting on something.
That's my favorite part of the whole shit.
What's his name?
Right now.
You got knocked the fuck out, man. Yeah, I'm in go mode. Go. Yeah, I'm in go.
Ooh, we are here.
What's up, baby?
What's up, baby? Okay. I guess we're gonna be doing that all day. Welcome to another episode of the Out of Shape Allstars podcast. As you can see, Dev is not here. It looks like the entire crew just found out what SideTalkNYC is, so get ready for all those Bing Bong references. Shouts to them, they're doing their thing. Kev's obsessed with Byron. John's a hard hat from Roosevelt Island, not Coney Island.
The hard hat, that's my guy too.
You see those dogs out in the yard? There's no upstairs.
We're
going hard. But anyway, we don't have Dev, but we finally have DQ back. Looks like DQ is healthy. Kev missed last week, but he's here now. Obviously, you got myself, Johnny, and Durant, who's looking down at his phone for some reason. But let's get right into it, guys.
Fantasy football, baby.
Kev,
sports podcast.
Start with the NBA. Kev, you have a hot take on somebody?
Yo, Steph Curry, cheat code. I don't know. Somebody got the cheat codes. They punched it in like the old GTA games.
For real though.
Up, down, left, right, triangle, square. Your boy is
R1, R2, L2, R2.
Your boy's an assassin,
right, square, triangle, X square.
All weapons?
Automatic ammo, bro. Unlimited ammo. Clips.
Unlimited ammo, basically, because that's what Curry unlimited ammo.
I seen him take that shot. Y'all see that video where he took the shot from the stands?
Yeah.
Fucking bananas. Yeah, bananas.
Just imagine freaking Monte Ellis and him on the Warriors. Where he at now?
So fortunate. Monte was I fucked him.
Yeah, Monte was that nigga though. I'm not gonna front.
It's
I can't remember he wasn't.
Styles didn't match. Monte was more of a slasher. They made room. Monte went his way, and then they opened the door for the Splash Bros, because that's who took his spot. Clay Thomas. So it worked out for their history. NBA has been cool. It's been some up and downs. NBA,
but seriously,
I think the big story. I mean, more specifically to John, over the bridge, maybe up to the north a little bit. Same state, but the Staples Center no longer the Staples Center.
That shit is sad as fuck.
That's trash.
Crypto arena.
Crypto arena.
Bitcoin to the moon. It's official, man. I mean, you brought it up. Like Staples
didn't have the bag, bro.
So you said Staples don't have the bag. I looked up the net worth. The Staples as a company is worth more than the Lakers. So it's like to them, I feel like they were like, "I fuck it, I don't care."
I feel like
I think Staples is worth 8.9 billion, and the Lakers organization is 6.9 million. Give or take.
What it is.
Crypto is the future.
They're doing some funny shit, and they just trying to think cryptocurrency is a new wave. These NFTs and all this is like the new thing right now.
Can anybody explain NFTs to me? Because I don't get how they work.
It's pretty much an art piece that's limited. That
I don't think anyone knows how it works. I think everything that everybody says is bullshit. Q2 fucking.
But DQ is telling you what they actually are.
So imagine. Okay, remember when Twitter first came out, how the only picture you can get for your icon was either the bird or some random shit. So what an NFT is pretty much
No, I get what they are. I just don't get how they're worth money.
Because the rarity of them goes up, so it's technically an art piece.
Yeah, but who sets that?
I mean,
people that buy
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's the market. It's just like stocks, really.
Yeah, it's it's also a form of currency. So
when he says it's all a side hustle, it's all a fucking side hustle. I'm telling you. Whoever wants.
You can make some money off that.
Oh yeah, exactly. Just the way that everybody tried to make money off GameStop. They were like, "Oh, let's."
It's just like digital art pieces. It's like going to an art gallery or some shit like that. Like,
yeah, I don't get art either. Art's also stupid.
But now NFTs are like going outside of the internet. Like there was an NFT apartment in like Australia. They was someone sold like $100,000.
But that's just something that's booming right now. I suggest everyone, do their research.
I should have been bought Bitcoin. Like, I was in college when the fucking dope came out. That's when I first heard about Bitcoin.
Yeah, everyone's got a. I should have bought Bitcoin.
Buy the movie with Bitcoin.
Everyone's got one of those. Yeah.
Nah, but
everyone's got one of those.
But I suggest everyone slowly start investing in their shit. And
it's too late now, dude. It's way too late now. It's way too late now.
You could catch something. Maybe not be good now, but something for the future. It's still growing.
It's not late because
we're about to have a OSA crypto coin. That's the only way we're gonna get it. We're gonna have to do it on the ground floor on our end.
OSA crypto. You heard OSA crypto.
You don't even have to buy like a Bitcoin outright. It's not. You can buy like a fraction of a Bitcoin. To be honest.
What the fuck is a fraction of a Bitcoin? $3?
You can still get money off that, bro.
You're buying what he means by like you're buying a piece of it until you can put like a down payment on it until you have one entire piece pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, like you can still.
And for that little piece you got, you can still make some money off the little piece you got.
I think it's all bullshit. Either way, I mean, hopefully, maybe one day I'll be proven wrong. But
like Bitcoin, went down to like 30. Bitcoin went down to like 30-some thousand. You could buy a fraction off that. And
how much fractions of Bitcoin you got, Drew?
I don't got a fraction.
How many do you plan on? How many do you plan on consuming?
Nigga, it's not low enough for me to.
But you're not gonna. Nobody here is gonna buy any.
I have a.
I'm waiting for it to go down, bro. You gotta wait for the market to go down, my nigga.
I'm not gonna lie, at this point for Bitcoin, that shit, you're just gonna have to get it where you get it, because going down.
You get it where you get it. It ain't going down.
Going down is not a good thing.
It's never gonna go down.
You just gotta put your money into it.
Anyway, tune into our new podcast. Drew, the day trader, when he finally buys Bitcoin, real low. Other topics on the NBA.
Whatever.
Obviously, Staples Center, iconic name, iconic building. It's still going to be the same thing. Who knows? Maybe they'll have some like NFTs like in the stadium, like holograms, like Prince and shit like that again too. So that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, but
honestly, it's just like.
Quick thing, speaking of the Lakers.
Oh, I really fucked up.
LeBron wasn't fit. LeBron was feeling something fishy happened with his COVID test. I don't know what he was trying to allude to, but he ain't rocking with something with that COVID test.
LeBron wanted to play.
Fuck it. He's not going.
Oh, I have Doge. Right now, I have a Dogecoin. It's like going down was like $9 and change. That's like
what Dogecoin is $9 and change right now.
No, that's what Duke has on it.
Oh shit!
So go buy some. Not now, but do it after the pod.
I
recently had a
even do that shit. Fucking test. I might do that shit.
Okay.
I actually made some bread. Apparently, I didn't realize that.
All right, so we're gonna drop the crypto talk.
You want to see my motherfucking portfolio? It's not big, but I got some shit.
No,
yeah. And nigga probably got Pornhub, X videos.
I got motherfucking Robin Hood too, nigga.
Oh man, my shit.
All right, what's your positive? What's your net positive? Your net positive.
Yo, hold on.
Positive net. That means after what you paid for. If you don't know what that means,
nigga, shut the fuck up.
Let's hear it. Come on, I'm waiting. Since we're gonna derail, we'll talk about LeBron later. But usually that's your favorite topic. But
actually, with the crypto.com arena, it's just like a new era. Motherfucker, it used to be called the Forum. They Staples Center.
All right, so LeBron COVID, what do you think? No, I just want to see how
LeBron COVID. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that shit.
Wasn't feeling the COVID test.
Yo, because they kind of being poked and prodded, bro. But yo, you gotta do what you gotta do nowadays, man. He need to be happy he's not in New York.
That new variant just came out apparently in West.
Omicron per CIA.
You mean
that shit sound like a fucking fucking transformer.
Shouts to my guy Yerrr from Futurama from the planet Omicron Persei I-8. That Omicron one apparently is in New York.
Down right now.
Was apparently at Anime Con. Maybe that's what LeBron got.
AMC, Naked, Charge Point.
Right, but let's get back to it.
That's what I'm trying to understand. He's just having his own conversation.
Listen, we all know crypto is the way, but let's
down right now.
Hey John, can I have a little bit of can you give me the power to do what Dev can do?
Me? I don't know. I can do that.
Never mind.
I could. Damn, I don't know how to do that.
What?
Just mute him for like 5 minutes.
I can do that. That's the easy.
Yeah,
part.
do that. Do that.
Drew, we trying to move on.
And Drew, until you're ready to like actually podcast and not talk about your cryptos and honestly just picking up on the conversation when you're ready, we'll let you back in.
I'm listening to y'all.
So we're moving on. Moving on. Crypto's the wave. That's where it's at now. All that shit, but we're moving on to the thing. But go on with you. Well, we was talking about LeBron and the COVID.
LeBron, yeah.
We were talking about the crypto arena. Anything else? Anybody got to say for the NBA or?
The only other thing,
who is really coming out the West? You really think it's gonna be the Suns or the Warriors? The Suns is cooking just like the Warriors is cooking, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's so early.
Like
the best two teams record-wise in the West.
Hell yeah,
they didn't come back yet, so like I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I still want Chris Paul to get that ring, but if Clay come back, nigga, it's over for the West.
I don't think so, bro. Like what they doing in Phoenix, bro. Like ever since Chris Paul came there, bro. Like honestly, it's like a whole different.
That's just the Chris Paul effect. Chris Paul does it to every team.
I mean, that shit is something. It's something special down there.
West,
so trying to get him a ring and retire.
It's something special.
Chris is trying to get him a ring and retire and hope that our boy don't fade away in the playoffs.
Like we all know the last year's finals was rigged for Giannis to win. We all know that.
Okay, here we fucking go.
Yo, stop saying. Yo, I hate these niggas that say every fucking shit is rigged, bro.
It do be rigged.
Hey,
listen. Another day before we go off the rails. There's another concept another day. Just know certain games do be certain shit do happen.
Especially what happened last night. Next up, we kind of talked about the Lakers, but there's rumors of Frank Vogel being fired,
which is crazy. Like he won a chip.
He won a COVID chip.
Still counts.
Still a banner. Still got the ring.
I mean, John, you're the one that's gonna have
the COVID thing counts. Like I hate when Eddie and everybody does that shit.
Dude. None of them.
Yes,
count.
It does, bro. Like they playing ball, bro.
None of them count.
Well, he's just mad because if that doesn't count, he just mad if that doesn't count.
Like,
none of them count.
How it doesn't count? Tell me how it doesn't count, bro.
It was like shooting in the gym. There was no fans. They all took like a fucking 8-month break, and then they came back, and then they rushed it.
No, what I'll say is, obviously,
I hate people that say that shit. You playing
the bubble? It's just when everyone looks at the bubble.
The bubble.
You're playing differently. That's just like that's how everyone feels about the bubble. Most people feel about the bubble.
It's still the same competitive basketball that
some people don't measure it. You hear, but some people look at the bubble, don't measure it up with the same championships as a championship pre-COVID.
Yeah, exactly. There's home field advantage. There's fans. There's screaming. There's yelling.
The only thing that's missing is the crowd, though. Like you still
that's a big factor.
Bro, you still getting competitive basketball.
But you go into hostile territory.
That's not the only thing.
It got to a point where several players got stuff dumped on them.
Imagine you going to one of those home, like visiting one of those teams that have a crazy crowd. You down like 15, 20 points.
I'm not.
That shit gets in your head, dude.
You're gonna play. That's when you find out your players get rattled.
It's not the natural progression of wear and tear on the body throughout the season.
You're not traveling the whole time. You're not sleeping right. You're beautiful bed. You get to go on Xbox with your fucking buddies. You get to order whatever you want from Uber Eats.
All right,
you don't know nothing about jet lag.
No, it's true, dude. It's literally these are all factual things that happen. This is why these guys get paid millions of dollars, is because they go through all that and because they produce on the court or on the field or on the pitch.
You don't know nothing about jet lag.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that none of that shit's true, but you acting like
but you said that the only factor that was missing was the fact that there were no fans.
Was the crowd? That was the only factor that was missing.
We also said the travel. We just talked about that.
Competitive basketball.
But they didn't have to travel. It was a
travel at all. That's a big factor too.
Don't say they could walk to every game. They could walk home after every game, walk to the game, walk to practice. They didn't have to do no traveling. Shit. All you gotta do is sit in the golf
different post-game rehab process.
Okay.
You know? But that's what I'm saying. People look at the bubble differently. We're not the only ones.
The bubble is still competitive, bro.
Like, and also, I do say it plays a factor. Certain players would have won. Maybe they want to look at it differently. Like when it's your guy, you're gonna, think, or your guy, your team, you're gonna say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, Drew. But Drew's only feels this way because both of his teams were in the final, and either way he won because LeBron.
I don't. This is that bullshit. This is that bullshit that you be talking about.
We'll have more bubble talk, but we was gonna get to what I was gonna get to.
Yeah, Frank Vogel.
The Frank Vogel situation. But I think it's a little crazy. I think he's a solid coach. It's just it's a little slow start. They got new pieces. They have a whole new Lakers have a whole new roster. You gotta let them gel. I understand that the Lakers have been losing. That's why I brought up the bubble championship, even though some would say is an asterisk to it. He was still, he still coached that. It's just there's a whole new team now. Obviously, the core of LeBron and Anthony Davis is still there, but everybody else is new. Well, they brought back Rondo and Dwight. That's four. That's probably the only 4 players from that.
The only 4 players that's been there
still on the team.
Yeah, they're just trying to mesh it out. So you're saying they'll be fine in Frankfurt?
I think so. Yeah, you gotta give it some time. Listen, that's how Mike Brown ended up getting fired. Mike Brown went like 0-2 or 0-4 in the first 4 games, and he got fired. And then that's what brought up Mike D'Antoni. And the rest was history. No offense to Mike, but you gotta give him some time. And at least Frank Vogel, his team went to the playoffs last year, and his team won the chip the year before that. So he had you gotta give him at least a little more, some type of
But that's the optimism, and unfortunately, like being in like these 2 big markets, whether it's New York, whether it's LA, when your team's not winning, they're like, all right, get this fucking guy out of here. Clearly, he's the problem.
Actually,
the 88-year-old players that they have on the team.
LA is kind of more laid back than New York.
There's still pressure if you're the Los Angeles Lakers. I do not understand.
Laker fans, Laker media expect the Lakers to win a chip every year. It's not realistic, but that's what they expect.
So
anyway,
what else you got?
Other NBA news. The Grizzlies beat the fucking dog shit out of the Thunder, and it was a 73-point blowout record. So
I can't believe that.
Worst beatdown in NBA history.
They didn't have their best player. Ja Morant is currently out with an injury, and the Grizzlies
still beat the first
hot streak.
Was Shaq on the court for OKC?
Yes, I think so. He's a part of that.
Yo, I don't even know how you get spanked that bad, though.
Remember the Thunder are literally like the youngest team, and because I remember they traded for all those draft picks recently. So only person that's really of any value was Shot. So
they're in a rebuild mode for sure.
He can't. He's stuck in a situation right now. He got paid last season, but he's kind of stuck in a situation where he was with Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook for a little bit. He had to.
Shot wasn't there with Russell.
He was because he got traded. He got traded from the Clippers to OKC when he was there.
No, he didn't play with Russ because they traded.
No, he didn't play with Russ.
He played with Paul. Russ got sent to Houston,
but he didn't play with Russ.
Remember, Russ got sent to Houston to play with Harden.
Hasn't Shaw been in OKC for 3 seasons?
3 seasons.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Well, pretty much. Well, he had
but this is Chris Paul's second season on Phoenix, though. That's what I'm trying to say. This is Chris Paul's second season on Phoenix.
Oh, true. There you go. You're right. Never mind. So pretty much like Shai's in a situation where he got paid substantially, but at the moment, like he can't.
Oh, he didn't play that game. So lucky for him, he didn't play that game.
Okay, good. So like he's in a situation where he can't do much either. Like he just on a team getting a paycheck until they actually get some pieces around him. Which is I doubt what is going to happen because OKC wasn't really a landing point. It just was a team who had great draft picks and was built that way.
Like unless you trade for like somebody.
Also, the Pacers are looking to rebuild and they're willing to trade their three best players if the right package comes along. So Sabonis, Turner, and LeVert are all on the trade block. So
LeVert probably going back to freaking Brooklyn. Probably that's the case.
They should have kept him, but you never know. He might end up back in Brooklyn. Brooklyn could use him. Imagine they pack Kyrie that way.
Wasn't there since we're still talking about things on the move, rumors that Dame would love to play with Ben Simmons.
Oh, yes. Supposedly, Dame wants to play with Ben Simmons, and the talk is basically a first-round draft pick and CJ McCollum for Ben Simmons. That's like the core base of the trade talk, supposedly. I think that'd be a good move because, Ben can play the defense, and he don't really have to shoot playing with Dame. Dame can shoot, and he just attack the rack. It'll work. You don't really and Nurkic has a little mid-range game, so he's not really someone that's a back to basket, so it'll be more spaced out.
Yeah, I think it could work.
So Ben's gonna run the point and Dame's gonna be a two.
I don't know about that. If it goes through, maybe. I think Dame still run the point guard, but
yeah,
because we all know Ben cannot play two. He can't shoot, bro.
Remember, Ben Simmons is 6'10", so
he's only a point guard because like that's what he was playing in high school. He just
you got point guard skills though.
Yeah,
you guys have point guard skills.
He can play 1 through 5 if he wanted to. He just had the point guard.
It's
like when they put like Giannis Sophias was playing a point guard when Jason Kidd was his coach.
Just Giannis, I say Giannis. Ben Simmons lacks a certain ability
to shoot. Confidence to shoot. You can say it, dude. It's out there.
No, that's no ability. Because there's a lot of people that got confidence to shoot. Like
he doesn't have the confidence to shoot.
We still got Westbrook got the confidence to shoot. We just don't have the ability to shoot. Why he keeps shooting?
Yeah, and I feel like I have to talk about it because Dev's not here. But he was right. Since we've last recorded, his Chicago Bulls are on a 4-game win streak on the back of a back-to-back 30-point game for Zach LaVine. Back-to-back 30-point games.
And
West was a thumbs down, Kev. Why?
What?
West was Kevin had a thumbs down.
The Bulls beat.
I mean, they beat the Knicks, so that's why we're not happy about it.
Both New York teams.
Yeah, both the Knicks and the Nets. And the Knicks are on a 3-game losing streak right now, so little hiccups here. Obviously, we talked about it last week. DQ, you weren't really here to back us up, but benching Kemba, and neither were you, Kev. So benching Kemba was possibly, maybe like just trying to figure things out. I realized also too, Fournier is a goddamn liability defensively. He is just like terrible to watch try to play defense.
This I guess
Kemba
just simply for more production, like more points in the first quarter.
No, of course.
Kemba's a great point guard, but at the same time, Kemba can be a streaky shooter and a streaky scorer. So put in Alec Burks at the 1, knowing he's a great 3-point shooter and spreading the floor, it gives him a chance to actually put him on points in the first quarter. Like how the next shows you do when it comes to the first and second quarter, they put up points. The third quarter, they're usually non-existent. Then the fourth quarter, they don't know what the fuck to do. So I'm not mad at it, but
it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. You got to let them gel. They got a lot of guards on that team.
Then that like with Tibbs, like he likes to like make his best players the workhorses. So he likes to run like plays to the ground. So I won't be surprised if by the end of the season, like Julius is like probably overexerted from all the play he's had this season. That's why like Derrick Rose had his injuries mainly because he was playing like 40 minutes a night pretty much.
Right.
I know they're grown men, but at the same time, like your body still needs some sort of like cool down in between all that activity.
Yeah. Anybody have anything else on basketball before we move on?
No, I think we wrapped that up.
Okay, so it's not about the NBA, but this it was a NBA player's daughter who was apparently punching people during tournament games. And
we talked about that. Like it was like 2 episodes ago. We talked about that, but yeah.
I'm like, yo. Then on the news, like, former Bulls star. I'm like, star? That nigga was no star. What are you talking about?
Who was it?
I forgot his name.
He was on the episode when we talked about it. We talked about that shit.
He was number 25 on the Bulls, but that nigga was no star.
I forgot his name. We Googled him and everything. I definitely forgot his name. But yeah, his daughter was just out here punching shit, playing basketball. And I'm not talking about blocking shots.
The girl concussion, all that shit.
The only other thing that I had was KD lost his shoe, and then his leg was exposed, and it looks like he found lotion because his legs were no longer as ashy as Drew's hands. But moving on to the MLB now.
Lockout.
You guys can talk about it. Fine. Yes, that's literally the only thing we're going to talk about. I was going to look up the Hall of Fame votes that are coming in, or the projected Hall of Fame votes that are going to be coming in, guys that have the chance to get into the Hall of Fame. But let's talk about the lockout. Obviously, MLB threatening to lock out. I would love to know what you guys think, and then I will tell you what I know.
I think niggas is pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
They missed a year of money. And they got to pay them more, which they already are overpaid. Most paid players in the United States out of any major league sport, but whatever.
Right.
That's my opinion.
I agree. John, DQ, Drew.
I feel like the commissioners is like and other people, the higher power is bitter about some overly like unnecessary shit. It's your fault the league is set the way it is. Like niggas is overpaid, it's your fault. Like yeah, and the fact that doesn't make any sense because a lot of players, depending on their popularity, they make majority of the entire like salary from their jersey sales. So that's the weird part about it. What the fuck they complain
about? Yeah. Anyone else?
Okay, at this point, the lockout, I feel like it was some funny shit. Like people signing free agents, Texas Rangers spent almost $500 million on 2 players.
Yeah. That's why it happened so early. That's why there were so many.
What 2 players were those?
Early. We talked about it before. Hold on, I have it from yesterday. Corey Seager, 10-year. That was their big one.
That's the problem. They signing these players to these decade-long contracts. No one wants I understand the bread being there, obviously. But as humans of like habit, staying in the same place all the time will technically get boring to people. That's why when you see players who are in the team like fucking forever, after a few years they fucking tired of the city.
Or also the team sucks and they don't want to play there anymore.
For the Rangers who haven't been good in like fucking forever to sign a player for over 10 years, like really, I thought I was really going to compete. Really?
Yeah. I have a theory about lockouts in all major sports. The last time there was an actual lockout was in 2006, and that was the NHL. And again, granted, at the time, I know hockey fans that whoever listens to this, really, hockey fans will jump me and they jumped down my throat when I did talk about this because I've been talking about it basically all week. But at the time, hockey wasn't as big as it is today. They wasn't getting the ad revenue, it wasn't getting the TV. They didn't have NHL Network. They weren't on ESPN. They weren't on. They had like Barry Melrose for like 20 minutes, like every fucking 6 days.
Hey.
But to me, what a lockout is
Okay.
No one cares about my sport anymore, or my sport is going through whatever kind of controversy. So let's fucking throw in this fucking CBA disagreement or whatever, or there's money here. Listen, they're gonna fucking figure it out. There's gonna be a season. There's not gonna be a fucking lockout. You have no idea how many guys I had coming in here going, oh, dude, like, so I guess we're not gonna have a baseball season. I'm like, that's not until fucking April. Like, why the fuck are we even talking about it right now?
Yeah, but April is basically tomorrow, though.
Yeah, April is basically tomorrow in fucking 5 months. But also
because
at the same time,
spring training is when in 4 months.
The point is that baseball is a dying sport, unfortunately, for everyone else. No one, not us. We love baseball, but they're not getting that many eyes. They're not getting that much attention. No one really cares. Someone's gonna sit through.
So what you're trying to tell me is baseball.
It's a publicity stunt. It's a
football, basketball was not gonna be a lot when they locked out.
But what was happening at the time? Like the last thing I can remember was like right during like the Deflategate, like Spygate, like again the Patriots were the Patriots and they were gonna basically ready to roast Tom Brady. But there was a whole big disagreement with the NFLPA and the NFL. Oh my God, we might not have games. We're getting closer and closer. We're getting closer and closer. And then bam. Right before preseason, right before everybody realizes that they were going to lose all that money, they were like, "No, we're good. We agreed. We're fine. Everything's fine." I'm saying is that this is just something so baseball can talk about. And again, what was happening in the NBA at that time, I would really like to remember. I remember the lockout time. I just don't know what was happening during that time. It's always to get more eyes. The way I see it is that all these CBA disagreements and threats for lockouts, there's never going to be a fucking lockout. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
It was honestly around that.
But it'll never happen.
There's no way that the baseball season is not going to happen.
Exactly.
Especially after what we had to go through
exactly
last year.
The thing about the NBA, what happened was the fucking Heat joined up, and then all the owners got their panties in a bunch because they didn't want the players to dictate where they're going. Basically, like, we trade y'all don't.
Yeah, but no, that's not what I'm saying. What was happening, like controversial, like what was happening with the TV deals, like that's what I'm trying to say. Like Drew, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Like I understand where you're going, but it's like what was happening with TV deals, what was happening with ad revenue, because like again, this is basically what's happening.
Yeah, the Heat had nothing to do with that because the Heat that wasn't the whole lockout wasn't about teams joining up. It was pretty much about like the TV deals. Like remember, ABC had the contract at the time. They were like negotiating that. They were trying to split up some other shit with TV wise. Like I think around the same time, the uniforms had like an issue with who's going to be the uniform provider. Pretty much a lot of
that's basically what I'm trying to say.
I think after that lockout, I get it. The amnesty rule.
Yeah. All right, so that's the MLB lockout. The only other thing that I will say, first timers that can make it to the Hall of Fame. These would be first ballot Hall of Famers, first time they're eligible. First guy is AJ Pierzynski, Joe Nathan, Justin Morneau, remember Minnesota Twin first baseman, Jake Peavy, Carl Crawford. I said Justin.
Carl Crawford and
Jonathan Papelbon, Jimmy Rollins. Hold on, let me get through the list. Prince Fielder, Prince, little Cecil's little child, Ryan Howard. Tim Lincecum, Mark Teixeira, Big Papi, and Ale Rodriguez. These are their first times being able to get voted in. So do you guys think any of these guys are first ballot Hall of
Famers? Big Papi, yes. Jimmy Rollins, yes.
I think A-Rod's
not getting
the first ballot. Who do I think? You said who you think is the first ballot? And I said I think Alex Rodriguez is. He going to get the first ballot? Is he going to get in?
Probably not.
I don't know about that.
Just Big Papi.
Rephrase. Who's going to get in first ballot?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, who's going to get in first ballot?
I think David Ortiz.
Probably Papi.
Big Papi.
I'll say Jimmy Rollins too.
Nah, Jimmy sucks.
Rollins, I don't know about that. If I was being biased, I would say
Ryan Howard. If he didn't get injured, he should be playing right now, though. That's the problem.
Who, Jimmy?
No, Jimmy Rollins. Ryan Howard.
The fuck is wrong with Ryan Howard? Nah, he's not first ballot though. Yeah, but he's not first ballot. He wouldn't have been first ballot.
Out of those names.
But Philly won 2 titles in the past decade, so that's like they gotta be first ballot.
he wasn't going to be on that team though. First ballot, like he wouldn't be on that team at all, really.
For Jimmy Mullins or Ryan Howard?
Ryan Howard, he wouldn't have been on the team that won.
Two main faces of the Phillies.
It was Jimmy and it was Ryan Howard when they lost to the New York Yankees. I remember that.
No, because
I don't remember them winning again. Jimmy and Ryan were there. Yeah, you're right. I forgot they were both there.
That was the year they
they're not first ballot.
The Mets,
fuck that. Fuck the Phillies.
The DS, the National DS.
Yeah. And the first, I believe he is officially inducted because he's not a player. But Tim Kirchin, obviously everybody knows who Tim Kirchin is. He's the guy that always does all the ESPN updates on baseball. So he is now officially elected to the Hall of Fame. So is Bud Fowler, really, really old dude. Nobody cares. Also Buck O'Neill, Gil Hodges, Jim Kent, Tony Olivia, and Minnie Masuno will be all inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Minnie Masuno, that's my guy.
With the rest of these guys here that we mentioned. Also, I believe Barry Bonds is on his last year or getting close to his last year. Roger Clemens still not voted in.
He's getting snubbed.
None of these guys are getting in. Gary Sheffield as well.
So
this
eligible.
An Torrey Hunter, Sammy Sosa, Manny Ramirez. So a lot of guys that are eligible, but probably.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of years that you're eligible to get on the list.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
And you might get snubbed.
Especially if you
Barry, this is his last
did
year
steroids.
This is Barry's last year being eligible.
Put them all in the Hall of Fame, man.
And then he gets snubbed.
All right, guys. So, last thing, but I believe before we get to the NFL and we'll, random stuff. I think I lost it. Okay. College football playoff is officially set. Big game Saturday, I believe. Alabama overcoming number 1 seed Georgia, which now bumps Alabama to the number 1 seed. Michigan stays right where they were at number 2 after beating Iowa. Georgia drops down to 3 and Cincinnati stays at 4. So the Cotton Bowl, which is super racist, the Goodyear Cotton Bowl will be Alabama versus Cincinnati. I don't understand why we still have the Cotton Bowl. And then in the Orange Bowl, Michigan will be playing Georgia. The winner of those two matches obviously will be in the final college football playoff. You think Michigan? Yeah, I agree, man. So yeah, who you guys think's taking it off? Me and Kev clearly say Michigan. Get it from my boy Jim. Obviously, you guys know my affection for him, so that's the only reason.
Your affection for the hardball?
For the hard ball.
Ball.
Oh, we didn't talk about it. Alonzo Ball had COVID. That's what you fucking get.
No, LaMelo did. Wasn't it
LaMelo? Whatever. One of the balls got their ball taken off.
Yeah, but it's Jim and John, so it's the hard ball.
Yeah, right. I feel like we always talk about balls on this podcast, but yeah, who you got, John? Who you got, John? You gonna go with Alabama? You gonna roll that top?
Michigan. I think Jim. I think Jim is gonna lead his team to the title, and he's gonna take his talents to the National Football League.
That'd be tight. Drew, DQ. No, you guys don't really give two shits about college football, but at least pretend for a little bit because I don't either. I only care.
I've always been the Michigan fan, regardless. So I'll go.
Oh shit! We're going blue the whole podcast.
Facts.
I think Michigan's gonna win, but I've always been like a Alabama fan, and I said it on the pod before. I
wasn't fucking with Michigan when they had a Adidas jersey. Though. I'm sorry.
I just love what Alabama does, like as far as breeding running.
I mean, the only real college football I really followed was with Auburn, where Cam Newton was there. But that's only about much I follow. I don't really follow.
Pick one: Cincinnati, Georgia.
Yeah. Out of the 4.
Who do you think is going to win it? Pick one of the 4 teams to win it all.
Cincinnati, right?
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Cool. The underdog. Drew going against the pod. Which is fine. Totally cool. We need to be subjective. Not everybody can be rooting for Michigan. If I had to guess where Dev was going, Dev's a front runner, so I would imagine he's going Alabama. Just because that's That's Dev. Okay, only other two other pieces of news here, and then we can talk about maybe some other stuff if you guys can think about it. But the Heisman ceremony is going to be taking place relatively soon. Don't know when, but I'll figure it out. If you don't know when it is, just find it. It'll be on ESPN. So the finalists are set. Quarterback out of Alabama, Bryce Young. Quarterback from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud. Kenny Pickett, quarterback out of Pitt. Aiden Hutchinson, who I think out of Michigan, edge rusher out of Michigan, who I think should win the Heisman. He is I think possibly the best college player in the coming out of the draft this year, and who's probably the best in the whole conference, really, let alone the Big Ten. I think he's just the best player in the league right now. Hopefully he falls to 3 or 4 wherever the Jets are, because we do need a pass rusher.
Or he falls to 6 or 7, because the Giants do need.
Well, yeah, either way. So you'll be getting, and again, whoever drafts him. Obviously, I'm being biased. I'm telling you right now. Unfortunately, the way it goes, quarterbacks almost always win the Heisman. If not, it's usually a really, really good running back that they take it away from, and then they give it back to him because he was making money, but now they can make money.
or every 10 years a receiver wins.
Yeah, every once in a while it'll be a receiver, but it's almost never a pass rusher, and I think it's not
Devontae
fair.
already won last year, so that won't be happening.
I think it's not fair that it's a little bit biased with quarterbacks, but yeah, I don't watch enough. But what I've seen a little from this kid Hutchinson, the kid's fucking nice. The kid's good. I like him a lot.
I think every major football award is biased towards quarterbacks.
It's a quarterback game, man.
Yeah. So who do you guys think is going to probably win this? It's probably going to be that kid from Alabama. Let's be real. Probably right.
Michigan edge rusher, because I want to be controversial, man.
Yeah, man. It should be him. It should be Hutchinson. The kid's really good. Like I said, hopefully he wears the green and the white. And finally, Notre Dame finally hires their not first. We're not going to be like, what's his name? Lou Will, and fuck this up. Second black head coach in Notre Dame history. So the Fighting Irish have a black man running our football team. Goddamn.
He probably devoted Catholic, though.
Yeah, I hope so.
That's part of the qualifications, no?
I would imagine. So he is coming from. I did a quick little where he coached from. I'm just trying to find his coaching tree. So he did go to Ohio State. He was drafted in 2009 as a 5th round pick to the Chicago Bears. As a player, he ended up with the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. But unfortunately for him, he was either off-season or practice squad member. Was clearly not that good. And those three, and he did that all in the same year. So he bounced around those 3 teams in 2009. Quickly realized that maybe I should probably go start coaching. So he started coaching in 2010 for Ohio State. Then went to coaching linebackers at Kent State. Then in 2013 went to Purdue up until 2015. Then he got promoted to being the defensive coordinator of Purdue. Went to Cincinnati from 2017 to 2020 as a defensive coordinator and linebackers coach for Cincinnati. And finally, defensive coordinator and linebackers coach for Notre Dame in 2021, and is now officially named the head coach. So, yeah, man, good for him. Another black man getting success. We love to see that on this podcast. We wish him nothing but the best. I think they do have a chance to make a bowl game. I believe they are going to play in a bowl game. Don't care enough to find out, because those will all be playing at some point. Maybe we'll talk about them after New Year's Eve.
I say even Oklahoma replaced they got their new coach also.
Oklahoma, who are the Sooners, the Boomer Sooners? Who they get?
Seeing that they got their coach. Give me 1 second. So who's gonna tap into the coaching hires, college football.
Oh, you brought it up. I mean, the only reason why you're thinking it, so we're talking about it.
Yeah, but you brought up that Notre Dame hire thing. I'm like, talking about hires, how Brian Kelly just dipped on them and took them. Yep.
I think he should give his dogs to Oklahoma, to whoever the new head coach is going to be, because like I said last week, his dogs' names are Boomer and Sooner. I think that's a terrible thing to have as a coach of the USC football team now, but maybe it's a bad omen.
And the names are too close sounding. Like, what are you doing over there?
Well, that's their Boomer Sooners.
Yeah.
So Boomer Sooner. He was the coach of Oklahoma. That's their whole thing.
They hired Brent.
Hi, my name is Chrisley Mansley. I'm gonna go to Oklahoma University. Boomer Sooner.
Yeah, the coach's name is Brent Venables.
Okay. When where did he come from? Is he interim or is he gonna be?
No, he's gonna be the head coach.
Okay.
And
right.
Doing a quick thing. He was a linebackers coach for at Clemson from 2012 to 2021.
Okay. That's all. That's all he's got.
That's all well and dandy.
Click on the thing. That's the first thing that pops up. Let it load up. Boom, boom, boom.
While you do that, I'm gonna have the 6 bowl games for all the bowl games actually.
Coaching career head coach, unless noted. He coached at Kansas State. He was a linebacker coach at Kansas State from 96 to 98. Oklahoma, defensive coordinator / linebacker, 99 to 03. 3 different titles from 04 to 11, Oklahoma. Then he went to Clemson from 2012 to 2017. He was DC defensive coordinator / linebacker coach, 2018 to 2021. Assistant head coach, defensive coordinator, and linebackers coach from 2018 to 21. Now he's the head coach of Oklahoma. So he's held multiple positions. And it looks like he's been at Oklahoma before. So he has a history.
There you go. So keep it in house. Keep it in house. Other bowl games happening across the league now that the college football season is over. Big one, obviously, guys that are in our field. The first ever Arizona Bowl hosted by Barstool. It'll be Central Michigan versus Boise State. You can only watch that game on YouTube when that does come out, and I believe it is on December 31st. So it's like a 2 o'clock in the afternoon game. Other major bowl games: the Sugar Bowl, Baylor versus Ole Miss, January 1st. Rose Bowl will be hosting Ohio State and Utah. Notre Dame will be playing in the Fiesta Bowl. So first coach for Coach Freeman will be the Fiesta Bowl versus Oklahoma State. Michigan State will be playing Pitt in the Peach Bowl on the 30th. And then on the 31st, you'll have the Orange Bowl, like we said before, Michigan, Georgia, the Cotton Bowl, Alabama, Cincinnati on the 31st, and the national championship will be on the 10th. So that's college football. Next up, other sports news. This is your chance to talk UFC, boxing, hockey, whatever the fuck you guys want to talk about. I'll kick us off. Tommy Fury broke his ribs. He is no longer going to fight Jake Paul next week. 2 weeks from now. So Tyron Woodley will be taking his place. There's rumors.
Tyron beating him, son.
Okay, Drew, you can continue to believe that. I don't think that's going to happen. There are conspiracies that this was all planned. Obviously Tommy would probably knock out Jake, and there goes the bag, so we can hype this fight up a little bit more. I think that's genius. But also at the same time, Dev, I know you're editing this, so I'm going to give you some time to put in like the workout regimen that the Furies do together, like as like a family. And I mean, their dad is a fucking psychopath. Like I understand where Tommy and Tyson get it from. Like they are fucking insane. He takes like heavy medicine balls and just like jabs them in the fucking ribs. And there's a video of Tyson literally saying, "Break my ribs, break my ribs, break my ribs," while his dad is pumping him with a fucking medicine ball. So maybe that's how fucking Tommy broke his rib. But again, maybe that did happen, or also maybe I do believe in the theory that, yeah, of course, let's gas this fight up even more, because when it actually does finally happen, I think that's basically it for Jake when it comes to, fighting, celebrities and actual boxers. He's going to fight a real boxer who, again, this is just, it's more hype. So the next fight when this inevitably does happen, it will be possibly the biggest pay-per-view ever, in my opinion. I think maybe it could happen, considering all the following. What do you guys think?
Trash.
To me, like boxers getting boring because niggas is doing this shit. Like,
at this point, I just want to see Jake Paul versus boxer, but Jake Paul's going to take advantage. And there's the $500K incentive that he said
to knock him out. Thank you for pulling that up, John.
I really wish somebody. I really wish somebody would just like beat Kid because.
And that's what we're saying is that like
that helps drive their.
That's what helps drive the fight is that people want to see him get knocked out. So like, I mean, I would never illegally stream anything or whatever. Obviously, I pay.
Yes, you would. Shut up.
I'm not an asshole. I don't do that. But I'm saying like, if I was want to see him get knocked out, like Drew, like your rationale of thinking, like, yeah, I'd pay for that fight to watch him get knocked out. I mean, I wouldn't pay for it, but there are other people that will.
Okay.
And then if you don't watch it, then you're going to be upset that you weren't there to watch that kid finally get knocked out.
Nah, all I know is John send that link. I'm gonna see that man get knocked out.
Link? I don't know what link he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I will let you use my login for my paid subscription to whatever.
But also this past weekend, talking about fights, I know Tank Davis won his fight. He went against a fighter that was a substitute. He was supposed to fight another fighter, but there were some allegations that came across, so the other fighter had to be pulled from the fight. He fought
sexual or
yes.
Oh, nice. Not nice, actually.
So that fighter, and that was the fighter I think everyone wanted to see. He was talking his shit. It was very entertaining, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to fight Tank. Tank had to fight someone else. Someone else stepped in. It was an entertaining fight, you know. It was really hitting each other with some shit. It was a good fight. But
yeah.
Who knows what would have happened if the other fought. And I'm pretty sure the other fighter that was pulled probably looked at that fight and felt like, damn, I could really beat Tank. But Tank is again undefeated, defending his belt. But that happened. That fight actually happened on a Sunday night. It wasn't even on a Saturday. It was a Sunday, which was interesting. I'm so used to like fights like that taking place on a Saturday.
Saturday, yeah, that's usually the big day for fights. Speaking of fights coming up or fights that were supposed to happen that didn't happen, UFC 260, nice. 269 is this Sunday. So 2 championships are up for grabs. I believe it's going to start at 9, but the main fights, the main card is Dustin Poirier versus Charles Oliveira. That is for the lightweight.
Like 11 or some shit.
Yeah, probably won't until like 12. That's for the lightweight championship. Amanda Nunes is also going to be defending her title, the women's bantamweight, against Juliana Pena. And then some of the other cards that will get, some play, some things that make you want to watch. Sugar Shane O'Malley will be fighting Raulin Palva in the bantamweight division. Bruno Silva is fighting Jordan White. And then there was one other big fight that I wanted to see here. Nope, that's not it. Josh Emmett and Danny Ainge in the featherweight division. So those guys are just strikers. So that'll be a good fight to watch. So they should be pretty fun. Anybody? All right. I think the only fight that we really care about, Amanda Nunes, she gonna win it?
Yep.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
That man. I mean, she is going.
Yo,
a competitor.
Disrespect. Also, I got Poirier in a upset. He is currently the underdog in this fight. So I will take Poirier to win the lightweight championship. Anything else before? Actually, no, hold on. Deb wanted me to pose this question. You guys saw we posted this on the OSA. So pick one line. The rest of their careers are gone forever. So in line number 1, this is for the WWE, obviously, and WCW, ECW, whatever you want to call that whole era. This is our era. So I mean our era. I don't mean like the shit that's been happening now. Even though DQ, you watch the shit out of it. Also, while we're on it too, Jeff Hardy was sent home for some reason, probably on drugs again. Jeff, please stop. Cut it out. Please stop.
Probably had I think what happened was because I saw the footage. I think he had a concussion, and he's walked out the ring to walk in the crowd.
All right, cool. I hope that's all it is. Jeff, please lay off the drugs.
He didn't look cocky. He was wrestling in the match. He was fine, but like after he tagged out, he just walked off and walked into the crowd. You can see a picture of him he's dazed a little bit, but not like high dazed. Like he hurt himself.
Yeah. All right. I hope that's all it is, and I hope he's fine. Okay. So the first line, You have Steve Austin, Bubba Ray, Devon, Chris Jericho, and Eddie Guerrero. So Dev, put the fucking, put it all here so we all know what it is. Line number 2 has The Rock, X-Pac, the Hardy Boys, and Mankind. Line number 3 has The Undertaker, Kane, Shawn Michaels, Edge, and Christian. Line number 4 has Kurt Angle, Goldust, Triple H, Rikishi, and Vince McMahon. So if it wasn't for Vince McMahon owning the WWE, I'd say I could do without 4. Obviously, you lose the
Line 4 will probably cheat their way to the win.
They'll get there, but it's like I can't see any of these guys' careers disappear from my mind. I just can't get it out of there.
Chris Jericho's the GOAT though.
If it was just Kane, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, and the Hardys as opposed to Edge and Christian, and I do respect the shit out of Edge and Christian. I would say line 3 is my line to go with, and everybody else can go
line 2, baby.
This nigga
line 2, I'm gonna have
the mat.
I love line 2 because line 2 got the Hardys and they got the Rock and Sock connection, but then they threw X-Pac in there.
Yeah, to make it bad.
No offense to X-Pac, I'm a fan of X-Pac, but they should do a thing. And then, no, line 3 looks crazy. You got Edge and Christian.
Edge and Christian are fire, dog.
They got Edge and Christian, the Brothers of Destruction.
I'm going with A.
Shawn Michaels. Line 1 is not bad neither.
Yeah, I can't get rid of Eddie though, dude. That's the other
part. Line 2, bro. Line 2, bro.
The Hardys are my favorite tag team all time, but I think line 3 is the best thing, but I'm gonna pick line 1. I'm going with line 1. Oh my God, Stone Cold.
I can't do it, but obviously my bias is gonna pick 2. But
going line 1.
I love all the wrestlers that's on that list. Like that little image that Devil post here for us to see. But I'm a fan of all of them. But I feel like line 4 was the weakest of the bunch because they got the chairman. But that's. Yeah, it'll be interesting though.
Rikishi's a bum.
Line 1.
Hey, don't disrespect, man. R.I.P. R.I.P. Rikishi.
What?
He's not dead,
what?
nigga.
He's not dead.
Yeah, he been died.
His brothers died.
What are you talking about?
Oh, Umaga died.
Yo, that. Eddie out here.
Oh no, guys, he's very dead.
Rikishi ain't dead.
2008, dude.
His brother died in 2008.
Umaga, dumbass.
Dude, right here it says Rikishi dead at 56. Now he's well alive. Rikishi, I apologize. Please don't put your stank ass in my face.
I wish you would.
Thank you just for that.
Hey, yo.
What's up, baby?
Okay. On to everyone's favorite topic. What we all came here for. We're talking the National Football League. And guys, before we do anything, we can start with Thursday night. Here are the scores, by the way. Here are our picks too. Also, no, our picks are later. Here are the scores of week 14, right? 14?
Yeah. No, 13.
Week 13. We will break down as many games as we can without delaying too much. We'll talk about the Thursday night game a little bit. But the story of the week, the Detroit Lions got to win.
No.
Congratulations, Detroit. Listen, the Detroit Lions got to win. They shouldn't apologize for it. It was a great win in overtime. Well, not in overtime, right before overtime. It was a walk-off touchdown.
Was it more of a great win or a horrible loss?
No, I think it was a great win. Look, the Lions have been in all these games, dude. Like, you know what I mean? They've won so many games by a field goal.
I'm not shitting on the Lions, but it was a fucking horrible motherfucking loss.
100%. Yeah, you lose Adam Thielen, but it's like they still put. I mean, what was the final score of the game anyway? You lose Adam Thielen early in the game, but Justin Jefferson still very good. Caught 11 catches and for 182 yards and a touchdown. Madison stepped up pretty well in replacement of Jared Cook, but at the end of the day, I think they just didn't quit. The Lions didn't quit. The Lions have been in a lot of these fucking games.
Yeah, they play hard. Shout out to the Lions.
They play fucking hard, dude. It's like it goes to show you that any team can get beaten in the NFL. And the Vikings have been doing this game forever, where they're playing in these tight games where they almost fucking lose and they pulled out wins. finally it turned for both teams. The Vikings actually got what they had coming to them the way that they were playing, and also the Lions finally got what they had coming to them.
It fucked up my money, man.
I understand that, and you need to remove that biasism from yourself because I know you didn't spend your money. So just accept the fact that the fucking Lions won a fucking football game and shouts to them.
No, I said shouts to them, but damn, I wish I would have picked them, man.
Yeah. I picked them not in the money pool. I picked them in this fucking pool, which is fucking bullshit. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, Kev, you said you had a bigger story than the fucking Lions winning their first game. What was it? The Giants getting their fucking shit pumped by the fucking Dolphins?
Nah. It's the story. It's the story. You don't want to touch
on, Mike Glennon got hurt, and now you guys have to start who?
Jake Fromm. You already know.
Jake Fromm. Let's go, dude. Who the fuck is that?
Go, baby. All right. You know what it is, man. We're just gonna touch on it because you don't want to touch on it, okay, baby?
Well, that's Monday night. That's Monday night. Let's get through the rest of the week. That's Monday night. We'll get to it. I promise we'll get to it. Because I have a lot to talk about. But if that's what it is, please hold.
Oh, baby.
Let's go through the rest of the games. There were other games that happened on Sunday that we should talk about. Quickly talk about the Thursday night football game. Taysom Hill threw like 4 interceptions. It was terrible. Cowboys, whatever, man. They won against John's better judgment. Cowboys are now 8-4 at the top of that division, and I don't think anyone's going to knock them off. Watch out, because here comes the Washington football team.
The football team.
Nice little streak going.
I hope the football team does, because fuck the Cowboys.
Nice little 4-game win streak.
Chill. I'm not trying to
do my niggas, yo.
I'm officially going to the Giants Washington football team finale January 9th.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh my God, what is wrong with you? What do you are you out of your fucking mind, dude?
Came up on
how cold are you gonna be?
I came up on the tickets.
Are you sitting up or are you sitting low?
Mid tier.
Mid, about like $1.
Second.
Get some toe warmers, Kev. Get some toe warmers.
Nah, I'm gonna be good.
I think I've seen Kev at a Giants game, which is like a long.
The second level was cold as fuck.
Wasn't there a picture of you at Giant Stadium just with a long sleeve shirt and a hoodie on with no jacket?
No, never. Because any Giants game I've been to has been mid-December games, bro.
Oh, come like, was it like we just visiting the stadium then?
Yeah, maybe, probably.
Okay, come like, yo, I've definitely seen like, but like this thing is like every time I've had football tickets before, but I've never gone to games because every time someone gives me football tickets, the weather is always shitty. Like I got Jets,
for those that don't know,
Jets, yo, bro. When I did my whole Make It Wish shit, the guy who interviewed me, like he had like a plug with the Mets, the Jets, and all. So he had season tickets for both teams. He gave me some Jets tickets versus the Vikings. I was going to go. I'm getting dressed to go. It started raining, and I'm glad I didn't go because these niggas lost 41-7. I would have been pissed the entire time.
That tends to happen.
Well, quick disclaimer though, Kevin's one of those fans. When it's cold as shit, he'll go there with no shirt on and paint his face in his body.
Hey, yo.
That's how you living? Damn, Cat, that's how you living?
Don't lie to these people.
All right. You guys wanna quickly do the Giants and the Jets, and then we'll talk about the game of the Sunday.
We can talk the Giants game, and then we'll talk about.
All right, so you can talk about the Giants game, John, if you'd like. Kev, you can jump in.
How the fuck is Mike Glennon still in the motherfucking league? This nigga is 6'7", can't see shit. Jesus.
It's that fucking long ass fucking doofy neck of his, dog.
Oh my lord! Just throw the ball.
It's just a bad game, bro. And then, Saquon, like, I know everybody wants to say it's the line, blah, blah, blah. Yo, Saquon is not looking like
Are you finally saying it? Oh, my God.
You're
saying it wasn't worth getting a running back second overall?
I never said that. And look, every bit of worth it. But I'm saying
I'm not going to say no shit like that because we fuck around. Let him go to a new team, and he's a fucking megastar going crazy for this new team. Then we going to look with the shit face like, damn. So this guy's line really fucking sucks.
All I'm saying is he's not looking like himself right now. He doesn't have the confidence.
Like, I understand that. And y'all gonna say, oh, Johnny, you being biased. It's hard to look like yourself. As soon as you touch the ball, you gotta juke somebody from the other team in the backfield to run for positive yardage. When you gotta, you know how crazy that is? I hand off the ball and the running back has to juke somebody because as soon as I hand it off, somebody's already there.
But you guys have Nate Solder, who's a really good offensive lineman. You guys paid him a lot of money.
Oh no.
What happened to that guy? Remember? Oh, Patriot Way, dude. Yo, we got fucking Joe Judge, man. You got the Patriot Way.
Free money. Listen, I like Joe Judge, but he's starting to sour on me a little bit.
He's starting to look like a special teams coordinator.
He's souring on me just a tad bit. I feel like this year was filled with a lot of excuses. I don't like that. Just take accountability. Shit didn't work out. But I've been getting he's been putting out a lot of excuses this year. I'm not a fan of that. But we have pieces to make it work. But like I said, with these 2 first-round draft picks we about to get, draft 2 monster offensive linemen.
With both of them?
Yes.
Not a quarterback.
Back-to-back linemen. Give me my what quarterback want to play there? You can't get if I'm gonna try to say the line is bad, what quarterback's gonna want to play for us?
Yeah, you're right.
Give me 2 offensive linemen, and then we'll work on the defense the rest of the draft. We got 2 first-round draft picks.
Kev, you got any closing notes on the Giants before I talk my way out of this Jets game real quick?
Oh no! All I'm saying is we might have Fromm might have a game that your rookie had week 4 or 5.
Oh,
I hope so for your guys' sake, for sure. Speaking of my quarterback and speaking of
quick thing.
Go.
Last thing I want to say, hopefully Jake Fromm. Imagine Jake Fromm becomes the Giants' Taylor Heineke.
Oh, that'd be cool. Where did he get drafted to? Broncos, right? Is that where he?
Broncos and the Bills. One of those.
Broncos and the Bills. One of those fucking teams. I remember people were really high on him. So Jets fall to the Eagles, 33-18. Speaking of young quarterbacks and backup quarterbacks that shouldn't have jobs or should have jobs, Gardner fucking Minshew should have a fucking job. There was at one point where he was 9 for 9 with 2 touchdowns on the game. I'll quickly talk about them. We couldn't stop Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert had an amazing game with those 2 touchdowns that Gardner did throw. Were to Dallas Goedert, only on 6 receptions, had 105 yards. Defense didn't really play that stout on him. It's kind of crazy that they left him open a few times. One of them was a pick play. It was a very, very good play. Totally legal pick play. I'm not making excuses. But I've decided that one day the Jets will play a full. Zach Wilson and the New York Jets will play a full football game. In the past, Zach has gone on late, didn't heat up till later, throws a couple of interceptions, gets right, and then picks it up in the second quarter. This week was different for me because I watched them throw.
He did the other way around.
He got 3 touchdowns in the first half, and I was like, what the fuck? We actually might win this fucking game. One to Elijah Moore, which is great because you love to see that connection with Elijah Moore and Zach Wilson. They didn't really get a lot of playing time together. They only had a little bit of the preseason, then Elijah got hurt, then Zach got hurt. So it was a whole big thing, but good to see those 2 on the same page. There was a lot of missed throws. And again, that's the timing stuff. So honestly, I couldn't be happier watching the game. Like earlier, after maybe the third quarter when we didn't score, I got a little frustrated, but we were still kind of in it. And then obviously the game got away from us there. But at one point, totally optimistic. Zach looks like he's maturing. He looks like he's getting better. The defense did play well early, but kind of, fizzled out. And that's because obviously we weren't really getting a lot of first downs. They had to get back out there. But I love the energy. I love what they're doing. I don't need to win 6 fucking games, even though I wanted to win 6 games. It's okay. I'm fine with it. I just want to see more progression from Zach. Drew, do you have anything on the Jets before we move on to the quote unquote game of the day? Which is also your game.
What's game? Oh, you're talking about?
Yeah, I was just talking about. No. I want you to. You got any notes on the Jets before we move on to your other team?
No. The Jets did real good in the first half. It just for me, it just did not come together in the second half. I don't know what happened though.
Are you happy?
Flamed out for me. No, I was definitely happy in the fucking first. It was like I'm watching 2 separate games. One, the fucking second half was just like it did not do it. Like I don't like maybe you can test to what happened in the second half more clearly than I can, but I literally it was like just like I said, watching 2 separate games, it was like night and day. Like honestly though. But the thing
Go ahead.
No, I was actually going. I was actually going to go segue to the next game.
Okay. Before we talk about that, it did come out, reported by Adam Schefter, that Big Ben is saying that this is his last year. So this is Big Ben's farewell tour. Yeah. I think he said this after the game. So keep that in mind.
I'm saying final year as in football,
as in the final year as the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers is what.
Not finally as in football. Final year, just who's gonna pick him up after the Steelers? Nobody.
I mean, veteran, sure, like back up, somebody you can learn how to rate people. Learn how to.
Stop it! Stop!
I mean, he did. Did he not allegedly may or may not have got away with it after the Bowl, and no one talked about it ever again?
I know it happened.
And then he also got like really, really drunk on a motorcycle and destroyed his whole body, and no one talked about it because he won a Super Bowl right after that too. Okay. Anyway,
I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I guess the point of all this is the Ravens lost to the Steelers and now are officially the 3rd seed in the NFL. In the AFC. On a gutsy but not ballsy.
That was ballsy. I applaud Joe Harbaugh for doing it. It's just that it didn't fucking work. But because we have fucking Golden Foot, fucking Justin Tucker, bro. Then if we had, oh my God. I mean, I like to play and I hate to play at the same damn fucking time because of the outcome that fucking had. Because we have the most reliable kicker in football.
Yeah, just go to overtime. What are you doing?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God, that shit. Like, I like it and I hate it at the same time, bro.
I think it's my fault because I needed those 2 points from Mark Andrews, and then as soon as the play starts, I'm like, oh, it's a rollout. Mark about to get the ball.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, and then I remember right before I said, I need them 2 points. I said, this is dumb. And then right after, like, he bobbled it, like the first time I was like, oh, that was dumb. And then the game was over. And then I didn't care as much. But yeah, it was stupid. Should have tied the game, OT.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, should have went for the tie there, Harbaugh. Gutsy call. And again, that's that, like, it's the cliche, like, if they converted, he was a genius. If they missed, he's an idiot.
Yes,
basically, he became the idiot. Obviously, it was gutsy, but really fucking stupid. You have the best kicker. Like, worst case scenario.
It was a catchable ball, though.
Of course it was. Put fucking 2 hands on it. He tried to one-hand it, try to look cool for the fucking fans and the chicks.
No, it was ahead. It was in front of him, but it was still a catchable.
It was a little in front of him, but he went with one hand. He could have reached out with 2. He was just looking cool for the cameras. Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, Steelers go down there, march down the field, and fucking score on their first possession, or you stop them, and then you have the best kicker in the league, so it doesn't fucking matter. He can hit from fucking 70. He's done it before. So, yeah, tough break for the Ravens there. Steelers improved to 6-5-1, which I still think is funny. And other news, is it even worth talking about this game before I bring this up?
Like, what are the stipulations that
we're talking about the game, but Buccaneers final score 30-17. Gronk is back, 2 touchdowns in that game. Chris Godwin just fucking ate the ball all day, 15 receptions with 143 yards. Leonard Fournette is a fucking absolute monster. He's turning into that playoff version of Leonard Fournette that we saw last year. But the moral of this story is Antonio Brown suspended for fake vaccine cards. Like, I mean, at this point, like, anyone in any league, I don't care if it's MLB, the NFL, if you have a fake vaccination card or you are out there telling your Aaron Rodgers story, like, I'm immunized, but I'm not vaccinated, like your Johnny take.
Out here talking about you identify as fully vaccinated.
Just do me a favor, just come out now, get the suspension over and done with. Like, maybe they'll cut you some slack and maybe only give you like a baby fine or like, 1 game suspension or like, so it's not going to happen. And again, it's funny that like people, I had the conversation and, again, I deal with this every day. So people are like, no, it's funny. Like, Aaron Rodgers will get 1 game and Antonio Brown's getting 3. And I'm like, well, like, like there's the whole like black-white side. Like, you don't really have to, or you can go quarterback wide receiver side of it, or you can go with like super weird. No, you can go super weird hippie dude versus guy that throws gummy dicks at police officers and almost loses his toes and fucking has a mental fucking breakdown, cursing out his baby mama going on live, being forced to live with, like, you know what I mean? Like, forces his way out of forces his way out of New England, forces his way out of Oakland, you know, has to get dormed by Tom Brady, has to sleep on his fucking couch and listen to everything he does and follow the TB12 method in order to like get his fucking mind right finally. And shouts to fucking Brady for like actually taking care of him and making him a better person. But it's like, yeah, the reason why he got 3 games is because he's Antonio Brown. He's kind of an asshole. Like everyone knows he's kind of an asshole. And also, yes, because quarterback, face of the franchise, or number one option on a ridiculous receiving team for the Buccaneers. It's the way of the NFL saying, hey, listen, Tom, you're not going to win another one. Roger Goodell hates Tom Brady, so he doesn't want him to win another one. So that's why he suspended him for 3 games.
Also, one last thing, controversial news. I seen what Keon Drake said. He broke his ankle, and I think he's done for the rest of the season. But something to be done about the way of those tackles.
With what kind of tackles?
It's like when the player like body, like they roll into you and they tackle you and they roll into you. He says,
"Oh yeah." Well, I mean, that's not gonna. I get what he's saying, but
he had like a whole statement talking about they talk about protecting players and they need to protect the players.
Mm-hmm.
But on one of those tackles.
No, I agree with him. 100% agree with him. That's terrible. I mean, it's gonna end. It could. That shit could fucking end your fucking life, dude. It can end your entire fucking career, let alone
for those lower extremity tackles. Like they protect quarterbacks like that on those tackles. Like those tackles, like chop blocks and stuff like that. Some people go way too low.
Yeah, blocking the backs and all that shit.
Yeah, that was probably one of the statements. He said something like, "Y'all rather throw flags on taunts and stuff like that, but don't want to protect your players." He threw that in there too.
Yeah. The fans love violence.
Chop blocks are scary, bro. Because if
we're off. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say chop blocks are scary, bro. If you don't throw yourself like basically over the person that's trying to chop block you, like you got a chance of getting your cleats pinned and your knees hyperextended or something, or breaking your ankle, something. It's just scary, bro.
Super dangerous. Yeah, don't be doing that, even though I used to tackle like that all the time. Don't do that. The only other game I really wanted to talk about, because everything else was, obviously there was the blowout in Los Angeles. Shout out Cooper Kupp, all-time interview where he legit just football IQs the fuck out of the reporter that asked him what he saw.
I was just watching that shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, my man is going in right now. But Cooper Kupp is back. Sony Michel taking place of Darrell Henderson, who was out. Sony Michel finally back to his old ways. 121 yards and a touchdown. OBJ caught a touchdown too. That was pretty cool. Gave himself like a
self-revive taunt.
Yeah, brought himself back up. Shout out to the Call of Duty fans. And the Colts absolutely demolished the Houston Texans. That was pretty bad. And hold on, there was something else here that he had for me, a little note. Okay.
2 out of 3 attempts for 19 yards.
What's that? Yeah. So we are now on to Monday Night Football game. It's going to go down as a fucking winter classic.
It was.
Daniel Jones, 2 for 3.
It was
Kevin said, 19 yards. Mac Jones, 2 for 3 for 19 yards. And some fucking how, the goddamn New England Patriots are at the top of the AFC. And not only at the top of the AFC East again. Not only are at the top of the AFC East, but they are the number 1 seed. The playoffs, as it stands today, goes through. Yeah, they're the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah. They got Patriots would be number 1 seed. They will have the bottom.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. Don't like Boston. I don't think anybody here doesn't know that already, including our listeners. That was one of the best football games as a football fan I've watched. Like
that was terrible.
complete opposite spectrum of like high scoring, blah 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 game. It's like
because of the weather, though.
Game,
Like
pure defensive game,
but because of the weather,
the elements are in play. And at the end of the day, I really am like telling myself, nah, I seen them throw the ball a lot. I was like, nah, I seen a bunch of attempts, but then I start thinking about it more, and I'm like, it was really just Josh Allen. And like the two dink and dunks that I saw the Patriots do, like I couldn't remember when and what part of the game I saw them, but I'm like, nah. And then the stat at the end of the game comes up on the screen. I'm like, this shit is bananas, bro. Belichick really is
the evil genius.
He really is the best coach. Like maybe all time, bro. This shit.
Yeah, no, great game.
He executed everything he wanted to execute.
Of course, I agree with you. A lot of missed opportunities for the Bills, though. Fumble early did not help them. The missed drop also did not help them. The touchdown drop by Diggs did not help them as well. The touchdown drop by Dawson Knox didn't help as well. This game could have ended several ways, several times. Obviously, it ended the way that it ended, and give all the credit to the Patriots and the Bills for going up to hostile territory and pulling that game off in that kind of weather. And again, I'm not trying to hate, but honestly, there's certain things where that right at the end of that game, that could have gone either way, right? So we could have gone Bill Belichick, fucking genius. Mac Jones only had to throw the ball 3 times and they still fucking won the game, which we're doing today, but playing Tuesday mid-afternoon quarterback or whatever. Josh Allen Stephon Diggs catches that touchdown. Dawson Knox catches that touchdown. We're having a completely different conversation right now where you're like, does Bill not trust Mac? First time him playing outdoors, in a big, he's going to be playing in New England. He's going to be playing in these December games. If the playoffs go through New England, is it going to fucking work with him doing that? If I'm a Patriots fan, while I'm excited, I'm still worried about what could possibly happen when the playoffs go through New England, when you have all this hype and then you go in and bam, your first fucking game, you're out of there. That's just my theory. Because again, I'm not sure. He has played serviceable.
They do have remember, Ed, they do have a rookie quarterback, so it's not their expectations is not.
Tell that to Boston fans. No, I'm with you, John. I'm with you. I'm 100. I'm a million% with you. Tell that to Patriots fans.
But no, that's
the these guys really are already like breaking out their half Patriot, half Buccaneer Brady jerseys because they are ready for the Buccaneers and the Patriots to play each other in the Super Bowl.
That would be crazy. I'm not gonna lie. For the story, that would be crazy though.
Yeah.
Fraction of it.
Yeah.
It would be awesome. And it'd be the first time in my life. Ready? Are you ready for this? It'll be the first time in my life.
Not gonna watch Super Bowl.
Nope. I'm gonna watch the shit out of that Super Bowl. But it'll be the first time in my life where I will be rooting for Tom Brady. So hard will I'll be rooting for him. Because honestly, that's the best case scenario for me. Obviously, my team's not going anywhere. I mean, I would like to see the Bengals probably get there, but that's not going to happen. I'd like to see, a team that maybe the Rams, I like Cooper Kupp, like Matthew Stafford. That'd be a cool story. I don't want to see the Chiefs back there. I guess there's only 2 teams that I want to see there, really. But for me, it'll be, remember what I just said, tell that to Patriots fans. It'll be all these Patriot fans that are like, why would I be mad at Tom Brady? Like, he won me 6 Super Bowls. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, good for him. He got a 70. He's the greatest of all time. He played for my team. But if he fucking goes to SoFi Stadium, because that's where it's going to be this year, SoFi Stadium, and it's against the Patriots, and he beats the living fucking shit out of Bill Belichick, I want to hear what the fuck those motherfuckers still are going to say. I guarantee you they'll still be like, well, Bill should have never got rid of him. You know what I mean? Like, that's my guy. That's my quarterback.
Belichick's going to have his number. I think he's going to get him clipped in that game.
You think so?
It's gonna feel like a bounty gate. That's serious, bro.
He's gonna have all his research all his, he already know all his plays and all how he plays the quarterback. So
yeah, but Tom don't play defense, bro.
Yeah, Tom can't play defense. That's absolutely right. I would also argue Judon. I don't know how long he's gonna be out, but he went down in this game. That's a big, huge hit for the Patriots. He's
gonna be back in time for Bounty Gate on
hopefully he'll be okay to play going forward. I don't think he's out for the season. But obviously, big injury to them. It's not really going to do well for them. But that is week 13's breakdown. On to week 14. John, you got the spreads?
I got you.
We're ready.
Drew, you got your app?
Drew, you got your app. DQ, you got your app. Everybody? Everybody? All right. First game.
What was I say? But before we get to the pick'ems, Dev will plug in the winner of this.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, John.
The overall standings.
I think it was a tie between me and Dev, 9-9, or whatever. And then I don't know what the overall standings are right now, but
let me see if he posted it on the OSA page.
Probably not.
You know he's gonna plug it in, but
he's been busy going and he's jerking off a lot, I would imagine.
No condom.
He better be fucking wearing a fucking condom.
Imagine that.
Fuck around having another kid.
He didn't put up the thing, but he'll plug it in. Who won this past week 13? Won of week 13 and the overall standings amongst the OSA crew. But as we plug that in, we'll get into the pick'ems and game 1 Thursday night. We have the Vikings and the Steelers over under 43.5. Vikings favored by 3 points. Give me the Steelers.
Okay. Kev, who you got?
I have Steelers.
Okay. DQ.
I have the Vikings because I don't know shit about football.
All right. And Drew?
Steelers.
It's an interesting game, really. You got Big Ben on his retirement tour. You got Kirk Cousins trying not to look like an overpaid quarterback. Coming off of a loss to the
looking like an overpaid quarterback.
That sucks. So I'm gonna have to say Vikings with a bounce back, even though I'm not happy about it. I'm just not happy about it.
I'm not happy about my pick either.
All right. So moving on to the next game, the first game on the app, even though the app I'm using to give us the spread.
Yeah. I can do the game for you too if you want. I can go in order.
I'll say yeah, just give me the order.
Yeah, so it's Falcons at Carolina.
Okay, so for this game, the over-under is 42.5. Panthers is favored with 3. You know I'm going with my guy Cam. He's gonna bounce back.
Is he gonna start?
He's gonna start. He's gonna start.
How you know?
He's gonna start. He's their best option to win. Who's gonna start over him?
PJ Washington Tucker or whatever the fuck his name is. PJ
will bounce back, and this is the perfect bounce back game because the Falcons suck.
I'm back.
He'll be back after this game.
I thought he said I'm back. He said I'm back this whole time?
I'm back. That's what he said when he came back and threw 4 interceptions. Kev, who you got?
Who did I pick over here? I got the Falcons. Upset.
DQ.
I have Carolina.
You have Carolina.
The Black Panthers.
Drew.
Falcons.
Okay. No CMCC again, but they've been doing this all year without him. What's the fucking Panthers record? Are they both 5-7?
Yes.
Yeah, Panthers. They're both 5-7. Yeah.
All right. Give me the fucking Falcons, dude. Whatever, man. Give me the Falcons. Whatever. It is what it is. All right. Next up, you got the Ravens and the Browns of Cleveland.
The rivalry game.
Divisional game. Okay. Over under is 42. And the Browns favored in this game by 2.5. Give me the Ravens.
All right. Same order, Kev.
Ravens in a blowout.
All right, DQ.
I'm going with the Ravens because this is a rivalry game. Could they both be in? The Browns were in Baltimore for a week and a half, but it disappeared.
What's your name? Drew. Let's call you Dev. Sorry.
You know who I'm picking. Ravens, baby.
Oh, right. I should have known that.
All aboard.
This is nope. This is a skid for the Ravens. I like the trend. I always go against them anyway because of Drew. So give the Browns, and I will be picking the Browns in the money pool. I will be picking the Browns.
You sure about that?
Next game. Ooh,
see about that on Tuesday. See about that on Thursday.
Ooh, hey Kev, do it for me again. What's up, baby?
Oh, baby.
All right, next game. We got the Washington football team hosting the Cowboys of Dallas.
Cowboys an injury.
All right. The over under the total for this is 48. So over under on that. And the Cowboys is favored by this game by 3.5. I am going with the football team.
Let's go, John. Kev, what you got?
Hey,
The
everybody.
football team.
Okay, DQ.
Come
I
on.
mean, yeah, we know what we're doing. Yeah, I don't know why I asked. I apologize. I did not mean to disrespect. Drew.
The football team.
Yeah, I think we're all on board with the football team. I love the football team. Love me some Taylor Heineke. Love it. Logan Thomas is back. I'm assuming
Everybody except DQ.
right back.
Well,
Everybody.
I think Logan Thomas is questionable right now.
He'll be back.
Logan Thomas might be out for the season.
Oh, that's right. He did bust up his knee on that touchdown, right?
Yeah, he might have tore his ACL.
Yeah, that's fucking great.
I remember seeing him as questionable or doubtful. One of those two.
That sucks. Next up, we got a get right game for the Tennessee Titans as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. Johnny.
Okay. Over under in this game is 43.5. Titans favored by 9.5 points. It's the Jaguars. Titans most likely cover the spread as well, but I'm going with Titans.
Okay. I think this might be an all around, but Kev.
I got the Titans.
All right, wild card here, DQ.
Titans.
Okay. Drew.
Titans.
All right. I also have the Titans because I'm not taking.
Already know who the next one is.
Game. Next up, we've got the new defense, this refined defense that these guys have. The Kansas City Chiefs versus the busted up Oakland Raiders. John.
You Las Vegas Raiders, you mean?
Las Vegas. Did I say Oakland? Whatever.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
did.
used to it. Not used to it.
Right? Total for this game is 48. And the Chiefs is favored by 9.5. And I think I like Derek Carr. I think he's a
I do
good
too.
quarterback.
I work with him. You guys want? I'll send you the picture. I work with Derek Carr. It's fucking spitting image. It's fucking scary.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go with Baby Goat, and I say they easily cover the spread. But divisional games usually are close, but I think they easily cover.
Yeah, it's a
The
big.
Raiders beat the Chiefs earlier this season. The Raiders did beat the Chiefs, right?
They did.
Beat the Chiefs earlier this season, but that was a completely different Raiders team.
And the Raiders are down weapons. Yep.
Chiefs will be getting their get back.
Yeah, no Waller still. Again, I would imagine probably no
Waller
Waller.
might play this week, but
Yeah.
he's still questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Kev, who you got?
Definitely got the Chiefs,
Yep. DQ.
who secretly came out of nowhere and racked up all these wins.
Wait, who? Oh,
I don't know why you're
For
surprised.
the Raiders. Yeah, word. Drew.
Chiefs.
Yeah, they didn't come out of nowhere. I think their defense just got healthy and they finally started meshing. I mean, the main reason why they lost all the games that they did was because defensively it was a big time liability. No, it wasn't just him, John. Okay, look, he's good.
No, listen.
It wasn't
chill
just him,
out. Baby Goat was like, we're gonna just half-ass it, make it look like the Madden Chris finally cashing out, and then we're just gonna do what we do best and spank everybody when they really play us, when we really turn the switch on.
Yeah, looks like they turned on the switch. It's very annoying that they can turn on the switch. I'm not saying I'm over the Chiefs. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I
like
understand. It's the fact that when teams get to the point, it's like, we half-ass it, turn on the switch. It's not like, you rather have the switch. You want to watch the team to have the switch on the whole time from every game.
Yeah, exactly. Go undefeated, dude.
Switch on.
That's all I'm asking. You got the talent. But again, they figured it out. Like I said, defensively, they're meshing. So yeah, all around with the Chiefs. I'm assuming Dev's pick is also the Chiefs. I should have just started guessing Dev's picks. That would have been fun. All right, next up, we've got my New York Jets hosting the New Orleans Saints. John.
I swear,
Talk to me.
you do that. You piss me
Total
off.
for this game is 43. And the Saints is favored in this game by 5 points.
Oh, that's ugly.
I say
Sense, like 5
I
points, really.
don't think the Saints cover spread, but I do believe the Saints win this game.
It's terrible. Kevin.
Yeah, I got the Saints winning too.
Damn. Oh yeah, fuck y'all niggas, yo. DQ.
That's a couple of times.
Goddamn Saints.
All right, goddamn
I
Saints.
picked the Jets a couple of times in the money.
Drew.
Jets.
Okay, I will also take the Jets, but Drew, we will see in the money pool. Get right game for Zach Wilson.
I haven't been picking the Jets all
He will
this
play
time.
his full NFL game, first NFL game.
I
He'll play
swear, I don't like
all
how
four
you
quarters.
keep doing me with the Jets, bro.
It's gonna be great. Next up, John, we got the Seahawks versus the Houston Texans.
Well, this is bad news for Ed
Why?
because you want the Seahawks to lose, and they're not gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, but they're gonna end when they're gonna move up a spot.
I mean, listen,
Yeah.
the Texans are they're due. They're due, man. You never know. They're due.
Nah.
You can do
All right, yeah, go ahead. Let us know.
Total
What it is.
is 41.5, and the Seahawks is favored by 7.5. And since it's the Texans, Seahawks are a bad team this year, but I say the Seahawks easily cover this.
Okay. Is this an all around? Everybody picking the Seahawks?
Seattle.
Yeah.
All right, except for me, I'm picking the Texans because fuck Seattle. Next
First of all,
the
Seattle's
money
a really
pool.
nice place, except for the rings, which is everything.
Yeah, and also the heroin. And never mind. I mean, it's true. Like basically every drug is legal over there.
That is true.
We got the Lions versus the Broncos. John, talk to us.
All right. Total on this game is 42. Broncos favored in this game by 8. Lions had their victory last week, but I'm going Broncos this week.
All around.
All around, maybe?
Maybe.
Broncos.
I'm asking. DQ, Drew, Kev?
Hold on, give me 1 second. Yes, all around.
All around.
Broncos, Kev, Broncos, Drew, Broncos.
Broncos.
Okay, all except for me. Again, I am also going with the Lions. Also did not mention this. Did you guys see the clip of Jared Goff's mega fucking hot wife when she found out that the Lions won?
No, you got something.
Dev put it up right here, right now. She finds out she's out on the beach, finding out that her husband
Jared Goff's wife.
the game, freezing his ass off. He's had the worst season of his fucking life, and she's out on. And
Come on. That would make you on vacation because.
Yeah. Well, I believe she's
Pretty hot.
She's a model, so she was at a shoot, so she was on the beach.
Jared Goff is definitely a howdy though.
Yeah. So we're gonna put the clip in right here.
You guys think this is their first win? Like, this is crazy. Here we go.
And we're back. She's super fucking hot. Wait till you see those fucking joggers. Okay. Next up, we've got Johnny and Kev's the New York Giants on the road to Los Angeles Anaheim Chargers.
That's his.
What you said?
He-Man versus Chargers. I understand what I was doing.
I always did. They lost it because they moved. You know, remember when the Angels became the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim or whatever? I call the Chargers the Los Angeles Chargers of Anaheim.
Okay.
Maybe the Los
They can't be
Angeles
too
Chargers
LA.
of San Diego.
That's Ed's bit.
That's my whole thing, man. I've been doing it all fucking year, but
It's Ed's bit. But the total on this game is 44.5. The Chargers favored in this game by 10.5.
Yeah.
No Daniel Jones. No Mike Glennon.
got Jake Palm.
Ever, but we're going Jake Fromm. Give me the G man.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Kevin, You gonna stick with your G-man? Your G-men? Kev? You gonna be loyal?
In this game.
You got the Chargers. Damn, Kev. No loyalty. No loyalty. DQ Rose.
At the Chargers.
Bro. Bugging out.
Chargers.
So quick note on Jake from, hold on, pulling him up right now. He was drafted by
Last year.
the Buffalo Bills. He was actually 2020. Dude, this guy, I mean, collegiate, coming out of Georgia, he's a
like
Sugar
3
Bowl
bowls,
champion.
right?
He's a Rose Bowl champion. He's an SEC champion. He was the SEC Freshman of the Year. He was a freshman All-American. Yeah, this kid was.
This is time to shine. This could be a moment where
he was good stuff. Listen, man, you know what?
Yo, this is his first start, and
hold up.
He could be the future of the franchise.
Yo, this is the hey, this is,
years old.
I'm telling you guys right now. I'm telling you right now. You can quote me on this. You can take this to the bank right now. This is Jake Fromm's Mike White game. This is the game where he fucking lights it up. And then the fucking stupid idiot fans say exactly what the fuck you two just said. And you're like, yo, you might be the future. You never know. Blah, 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 blah. You go crazy. His jerseys are going to sell out. What number is he wearing? What number is Jake Fromm wearing? When he was in, what number is he wearing? What number is he wearing? Whatever number he's wearing, if you used to have the jersey of the guy that he's wearing, I guarantee you there's going to be guys that put the fucking fake Fromm on the back of it.
Tape on
literally a week later, put some tape on it. Whatever it might be, they're gonna buy out
like the number 2 jerseys in Cleveland. That's the
and then if he's smart, what he does is the next game he goes out for 1 series, throws a touchdown, gets hurt, lets Daniel Jones take over the rest, and then never plays ever again, so he can get paid. Like the right thing you should do as a backup quarterback, or he'll fuck up and play again, and then he'll fuck up and not win the next game. So give me the Giants in this game.
What I'm gonna say is
he's wearing 17 in practice, so we'll see.
That's probably the number he's gonna wear. 17.
So who is the last? A Plexico Burris. So everyone that has a Plexico Burris jersey is going to put Fromm over the back of their fucking Plexico jersey if they still have it. That's
not worth it because if you have a Plex jersey, that shit might be worth bread, bro.
Listen, I'm telling you, these dudes, there are a lot of fucking idiots out there that would fucking do something like that. I'm telling you right now. I've seen it.
Wouldn't it be a great story for Jake Fromm to have his son? It doesn't have to be the future of the Giants franchise. It could be an opportunity for him to be the future of somebody else's franchise. He just has to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what he needs to do. He has to show up, fucking beat the Chargers, play the second game, whoever you guys play next week. Get hurt after throwing a touchdown in the first series, and then everyone will just go, hey, Jake Fromm's really, really good. Remember that one time he did that one thing? Let's pay him a lot of money. That's what's going to happen to Jake Fromm. All right, next up, you got the Buffalo Bills coming off a devastating loss against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So from Bill to Tom, John, talk to us.
All right, total on this game is 52.5. The Buccaneers is favored by 3. Y'all know where I'm going with. Go Brady.
Yep. Kev. Dick eater. Kev.
Who did I pick? Sorry, I got it right here. Go. Nah, it's probably I picked the Bucks. Bucks gonna win this game.
Yeah, John. You know what you should change it to?
What?
Your goat Brady. It should be Brady.
Hey,
it sounds like when you be saying it. DQ, we got.
What you want to tell Tom Brady?
What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
DQ, who you got?
I have the Bills.
All right. What's your name again? Drew. Who you got?
We got Bucks.
All right. I have the Bills because I'm a hater. No other explanation behind that. Next up, you got a questionable Eddie loyalty game. You got the San Francisco 49ers taking on Joey Burrow and the Bengals in Cincinnati. John, how close is this fucking game, dude? I feel like it's going to be super close.
Right? Total on this game is 48.5.
This game of the week.
Favored by 1 point.
Who is?
The Bengals is the favorites by 1 point.
Ooh, don't like it. It's ugly. It's like a trap.
Tough close game, but I'm going to go with the Niners.
All right, Kev.
I got the Bengals.
Okay.
I got the
DQ.
Niners.
Drew.
Niners.
Why do you always look so shocked when I call on you? Like, I've been going in the same order the whole time.
Nah, I wasn't shocked. How was I shocked?
You went. You did that. You went just like that. That was shocked. That's what a shocked face is.
I was looking at my phone.
Okay. I have the Bengals. I can't convince myself that they're not very good. In my opinion, they were very good. Okay. Tom Brady is hosting his children. He owns them. Did I say Tom Brady? Aaron Rodgers is hosting his children.
Tom Brady.
I don't know. I'm confusing goats. John, what's the what do we got?
All right.
What do we got?
The Packers total is 44. And the Packers
44 even?
44 even, yeah. And Packers is favored to win this game by 12 and a half. I think Andy Dalton is starting.
All around.
But even if Andy Dalton wasn't starting, I'm going with the bad man.
Yeah, all around Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
Discount double check.
I own you. I still own you.
Packers.
Put that clip in. Put that clip in. I own you. I still fucking own you. We're gonna lose all of our Chicago followers because that's literally the only people that listen to this podcast. Sorry, guys. Sorry. No disrespect. All right, next up, Monday Night Football. Awesome Monday Night Football.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah.
John, we're talking the Rams at the Cardinals. Everybody's back, full force. You got D-Hop versus Cup, Stafford versus Murray, Donald versus whoever they have over there defensively, Henderson maybe versus fucking James Conner, and also Chase Edmonds is officially maybe playing this game.
Who?
Talk to us. Chase Edmonds, their star running back. Chase Edmonds.
I think it's a bump.
John.
Right. The over-under on this total is 51 and a half. They're calling by 2.5. Rams get their get back with Von Miller and Odell Beckham, going with the Rams.
Rams and the Cardinals. That shit is a hard ass.
All right, Kevin, Maurice. DQ.
I'm going with the Rams.
All right,
Good
Andrew.
game, boy.
Cardinals.
Okay, and if I had to guess for Dev,
I
I would say Dev would also pick Baby Russ, Baby Sus, Baby Unlimited. I'm going to go with the Rams. Obviously, we know my affection for the Los Angeles Rams. But those are our picks, man. Make sure you guys set it. Forget it. Don't look at it. Don't use it as a reference when you're picking for your actual picks that cost money. John, Kev, maybe line up your picks here in the money pool. Maybe you'll actually win some money because you've been on a hot streak lately. But that's it, man. That's our
We are
pick'ems.
tied at 1 in the money pool. So
Yeah, whatever, dude. Man, whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Anyway, we are bringing back one of our fan favorite segments. Start Bench Cut is back.
Yo, who I owe
Now.
money to? I owe Bergen money.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not getting paid till Thursday. Ain't nobody. Y'all get paid on Thursday.
He won the pool this week. Yeah.
Okay. So we've got running back tandems. Obviously, these are going to be teams that have two-headed monsters. You know, like like some teams have three-headed monsters, like the New York Jets with Tevin Coleman, this kid Walter now, and fucking Ty Johnson. But we're going to talk about the three main ones. I think I think you all know who we're talking about. So the Cowboys have Zeke and Tony Pollard. The Browns have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, also known as Cunt. If you do Chubb, Cahunt. Right? If it's those two. And then the Colts have Naheem Hines and Jonathan Taylor. Drew, who you starting, who you benching, who you cutting?
Well, based on just pure, I'm starting Kareem Hunt and Chubbs. I'm benching Zeke and Pollard, and
That sounds so crazy.
Well, let make his pick.
A lot of, I mean, you only have one other person to cut.
Yeah, you're cutting the Colts.
Yeah, you're cutting the Colts running back. You're
No.
cutting.
No. I'm not cutting.
Help him
No.
all the time. Let him.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
cutting Cowboys.
I would. I know. I would. Yeah, I'm cutting the Cowboys. I was talking crazy. I was cutting the Cowboys.
So who are you starting again?
He's starting the Browns tandem.
I'm starting
the Colts tandem, and he's cutting the Cowboys tandem.
Okay, his real pick was the Browns, benching the Cowboys, and cutting the Colts. I understand what you're saying, Drew. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I'm not. Don't.
It's fine.
No.
The listeners
I'm benching the Colts. I'm cutting the Cowboys. No.
Okay. Let's just get this one out the way too. DQ, who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cut?
Repeat the options again for me, please.
It's the Cowboys running backs, the Browns running backs. I know you're not aware of those guys. That's Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, and Jonathan Taylor, the leading rusher in the NFL.
No, it's Colts, Cowboys running.
It's, the Colts. Yeah. Okay. So who you starting? Who you benching?
Colts, Cowboys, and other teams.
Yeah, but say it in a way that we could do it.
Colts, Cowboys, Browns.
So you're starting the Colts, you're benching the Cowboys, and you're cutting the Browns?
Yes.
Okay. Kevin, who you starting, who you benching, who you cutting?
So I think I got this already. I know who I'm starting. I'm starting the Browns backs. Assuming all of them are healthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Browns backs. Then obviously I'm benching the Colts, and then I'm cutting the Cowboys.
Okay. And John, I'm assuming it's going to be pretty similar?
No, it's not. I'm starting the Browns. They have the best tandem with the Chubb and Hunt connection. And benching the Cowgirls tandem because they have the better tandem. They may have the better star running back at the moment, but they have the better tandem with Pollard and Zeke. And I'm cutting the Colts. The Taylor and Hines, I think, as a tandem, is the least of the three.
Is non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
As tandems, you know what I'm trying to say? As tandem.
As a tandem, yeah. He's doing it as a tandem.
Especially this year, non-existent.
Well, yeah. It's been a one-head monster, you know?
It's been like, Jonathan Taylor all day.
You know what I'm saying? It's like throwing, to me, how I looked at the coaches, like you throw Derrick Henry as the Titans tandem. Derrick Henry.
Yeah, but they that's not fair because they didn't really utilize McNichols as much as they utilized Nyheim Hines. Nyheim Hines is just doing pretty fucking well this year. He's not doing Jonathan Taylor numbers, but
I'm saying the coach do use him more. I'm just saying I just felt like that's how I would look at it.
Yeah, that's not fair to say that he's McNichols to Derrick Henry. That's not fair.
How's that fair?
It's just not fair because they actually use Nyheim Hines more than the Titans use McNichols. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm doing the opposite. I'm doing more of the availability as well too. Obviously, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb have not been healthy all year round. Therefore, they're going to be on my bench. Zeke has not had the season that we all expected, although Tony Pollard seems to be he's taking the lead back. Take it from somebody who has both of them on the same team in one league and is desperate for wins. If it wasn't for fucking Tony Pollard, I would not be winning as many games as I should. But that being said, I will have to cut the Cowboys tandem, and I'm starting the Colts tandem because they do utilize Nyheim Hines. They do. Now that you don't see it as much because he doesn't put up the flashy plays and the flashy numbers, but they utilize him very, very well, more specifically in the passing game. Next up, we've got – I forgot that I was in charge of this, to be honest. Next up, 4th and 10. I'm assuming who do you want as your quarterback? It's 4th and 10. I'm assuming you need to get the first down.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill, Carson Wentz, Derek Carr. Drew, you first.
Derek Carr, benching Carson Wentz, cutting Tannehill.
Okay. DQ.
Russell Wilson. I'm joking. The same order that Drew said.
So what was that? I need you to repeat it and tell me the start. It's easier for Dev when he uses your words.
What do you say, Drew?
We starting Carr, benching fucking the Colts quarterback and huh?
All right. Anyway, Kev, who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cutting?
Why are you playing with a sock, bro?
No, Oh.
Yo, my nigga, for real.
Yo.
Oh God, I hate you guys.
All right, so let me tell you how this is really supposed to go. All right.
Yep, let's hear it.
Tannehill puts his body on the line. Your boy's a soldier. I don't care. He doesn't win enough games. He wins some games for his team, but you got to start him in this 4th and 10. Because at the end of the day, if you got to take off running, he's going to do it. Wentz is the same way. So just as athletic, if not a little bit more. So I'm going to bench him, and I'm going to cut Carr in this situation. Carr panics a little bit under pressure.
Okay, and John?
I am going to start Carr.
Damn, Vicky Guerrero's at AEW.
That's bad, John. Tannehill's the better decision maker.
I think Carr's the better quarterback, and on the 4th and 10, I'd rather have Carr in the game than the other two.
Yeah, but I say Carr's gonna force the ball.
That's true, but Carr's. I'm not. The athleticism between these three quarterbacks is not a big separation. Carr's also athletic. He doesn't use it, but he's an athletic. He could be mobile. I'm gonna start Carr. I'm gonna bench Wentz. I'm gonna cut Tannehill. That was a tough decision. But when Wentz was on fire, Wentz.
Yeah, I'm saying Wentz is gonna go through like his progression, but default he's gonna be looking to run. Tannehill is gonna make the best decision.
I'm saying that, but
go ahead.
It was tough. It was either gonna cut Wentz or Tannehill.
So I just wanted, just for my sanity, to just pull up who had the best 3rd down conversions on passing attempts. And it looks like the only guy to make this list is Carson Wentz. Because they're only showing the top 15 quarterbacks on 3rd down conversions.
Yeah, on 4th and 10, Carson Wentz is going to throw a shovel pass interception.
Exactly. So because of that, that sounds crazy, but because of that, I will have to cut Wentz. I do trust Carr in a big moment. I mean, he does these things where he had those big flash in the pan plays from Derek Carr usually come on 3rd, and I mean, obviously, call back to the 0 blitz when Greg Williams was definitely trying to get fucking Adam Gase fired and called 0 blitz twice, and I mean that was Derek Carr. It was a 4th and fucking 10. He threw a fucking touchdown. So I will start him. And I will bench Tannehill because I think, although Tannehill, like you said, will probably use his legs to get that 1st down, probably will make the better decision. He also is a wild card where he can rush for that 10 or then fucking fumble, or if he throws it to the receiver and he drops, you know what I mean? He overthrows his receivers and shit like that too. He made the right decision, just overthrew it. All right. Next up, we've got NBA backcourts. So you got the Bulls, the Wizards, and the Mavs. If you're unfamiliar who those guys are, Bulls, we're talking Zach LaVine and Zoe. Wizards, we're talking Bradley Beal and Spencer Dinwiddie. Mavs, we're talking Tim Hardaway Jr. and Luka. Drew, start, bench, cut.
Nah. I'm starting the Bulls.
Okay.
Then this is hard. It becomes hard after this. I think let me get the Wizards, and by default, I have to cut the Mavs, but I honestly don't want. It's gonna get cut by default, but that's how. But that's fucking tough, bro.
Who's the backcourt for the Mavs?
Luka and Tim Hardaway Jr.
I like Tim Hardaway Jr., but
I do too.
I think this is an easy decision. But
all right, we'll go in the same order. DQ.
Spencer and Bill is crazy, bro. Like they actually is doing way better than what I thought they would this season. The Wizards are doing way better than what I thought they were.
Now let DQ make his choice.
Yeah.
I am going with the Bulls, starting the Bulls. benching the Mavs and cutting the Wizards because Spencer Dinwiddie is low-key a bum, and Luka Doncic can make up for the both skills of Bradley Beal and Woody.
Yeah.
And people understand. People may seem like from New York that Tim Hardaway was a waste of $74 million, but nah, he really is worth that money in Dallas pretty much because he's really being really productive. But only person ain't being productive, bum ass Porzingis.
Yeah, I don't like the Tim Hardaway Jr. slander. Kev, who you got?
Hey, yo.
Who's talking? Who you benching? Who you cutting?
So I'm starting the Bulls.
Yeah, this is exactly what you fucking wanted, by the way. Fucking scumbag. Fuck you, Dev. Go ahead.
He said who owned
The Bulls is actually.
He did this shit on purpose, yo. He did this shit on purpose. He did it on purpose.
Starting the Bulls.
He probably did.
No, I know he did. He didn't probably. He
I'm
did.
benching the Mavs and I'm cutting the Wizards.
Yeah. John?
I am starting the Lonzo Ball.
The Bulls.
I'm benching the Wizards. And I'm cutting the Mavs.
Nah,
Yeah. All right. I tend to agree with everyone on the start.
After the pod is over, I gotta this some crazy ass news this dropped out of this red bro. After the pod is over, I'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
It's not sports news,
but because fuck Dev, I'm going to cut the Bulls. I will start the Wizards and I will bench the Mavs solely because fuck Dev. But that is our start bench cut. Last but never least, everyone's favorite topic, the bold prediction of the week, and then we'll wrap up. We'll go in the same order. Andrew, the floor is yours.
Miami, we winning all the week games, and to win all matchups
for the rest of the week.
We sweeping. Yes, sweeping the rest of the week.
They definitely had a bad loss. They lost to the Grizzlies without John Morant yesterday.
I mean, I know they did. John.
No, I'm just saying. So yeah. So I think they play tomorrow. So from Wednesday till the next episode, they don't lose.
Yes, they're not losing. They're not losing. We sweeping.
Cat. Big cat.
I'm gonna pull up their schedule real quick just because I want to know. Do you know who you're playing this week?
I haven't looked at the schedule yet, but
all right, cool. You got the Bucks tomorrow and then the Heat right after on Saturday.
Okay, cool. All right. The Bucks and the come with the Bucks. I don't care.
The Bucks and the Bulls.
Clip.
Nah,
the Bucks and the Bulls.
We'll sweep. We're still sweeping.
Hold on. Let's just see who else. I fuck with it. I fuck with the conference.
They play the Bulls. They play the Bulls.
Hold on, I'm gonna give you the whole list. Give me the whole list.
You got
the Bulls. You got Cleveland on Monday, so that'll wrap up.
All right, we clipping 3-0, son. We clipping
3-0. All right, DQ, your bold prediction.
The Knicks will beat the Pacers by 25 tomorrow.
Hey.
Because they won tonight, and freaking RJ Barrett has 35 of them things. And he went 8 for 9 from 3.
Kevin.
So I got the Rams-Cardinals game turning out to be the highest scoring game in NFL history.
Ooh, Kev. You know what? Sorry, John. I'm going to skip you. I'm going to piggyback off Kev. The Rams were involved in the last game that went to over 100 points. I think this Monday night football game, over 100 points. Total points scored.
I was wilding when I said
it's going to
score 50 in the game.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Johnny, your bold prediction, and then we can get out of here.
Jake Fromm leads the G-Man to victory with 2+ TDs.
2+. You always got to add that plus in there. Always got to add that plus. Well, guys, I would say
it's just I didn't say an actual score, so I could say 2 TDs. And if he gets 3 TDs, I'm still correct.
I said
they will score 14 with 2 TDs, and they score, I'm saying, now they're only gonna score 14.
No, yeah.
Why you had to bring me up, John?
Okay,
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Let's wrap up the show. Okay, so I would always. This is where Dev usually says, you know, it was a pleasure. That's our episode. Da da da. I would say it was a pleasure, but it was not. I fucking hate all of you.
I hate you too, Ed.
I do care for all of you. This was definitely a shit show. Went off the rails immediately. Do not get Drew started on fucking crypto. Please don't ask him. He does not have investments. You seem like a scammer that's going to be sliding into people's DMs. But
my man Drew's about to throw his shit off again. Yeah.
Like we always say,
Crypto.
like we always say when we leave here,
We motherfucking out.
bing bong.
You claim me the illest. You don't believe in yourself to forget it. You gotta put yourself up in position. Ice game on there, ice. And my ice game's been in the kitchen. How can you tell me to pick a religion? I'm 24 and I'm broke as a bitch. But I'm a millionaire rich in the spirit. Yeah. Hoping you get my plight. 24 hours in a day. Goofy ass niggas might die by night. Stand clear. Hands in the air, I know my rights. This for the people who say